everybody. My name is Allison. I'm the Programs Outreach and Youth Services Manager here at Monterey County Free Libraries. Today for Self-Care Sunday, myself, Sarah, and Dayna are going to be talking to you about going plant-based and some easy swaps that you can make in your kitchen for a more plant-based diet. So I recently became more vegan. Last year during Lent, I decided to be completely vegan for the duration of Lent and have since maintained a primarily vegan, almost 100% vegetarian diet. And it was Sarah's idea to film this video to bring awareness to everybody at how easy it is to make some very simple plant-based swaps in your diet. So I'm going to talk to you about plant-based junk food. So one of my favorite things is nachos, and most people would think that it would be very hard to have a nice, satisfying plate of nachos when you are plant-based. But in most grocery stores, and most major grocery stores now, there is a very nice plant-based section or a vegan section, and you can always ask somebody in the grocery store to help you find it. And there are some very simple swaps that you can make to have delicious nachos. One of them is sour cream. There are a couple of different brands of vegan sour cream that are actually made with tofu, and you'll find that these have the same texture and consistency as regular sour cream and are just as creamy and satisfying on your delicious plate of nachos. Of course, the other thing that everybody loves on nachos is cheese. Now, I'm not talking about that ooey gooey Velveeta, liquid cheese. I'm just talking some nice shredded cheese on top, and there are a lot of different vegan cheese brands that I would recommend. However, when I was going more plant-based, I was told by a couple of different people, one of them being Dayna, that cheese is very hard. And so the advice that I was given was to just completely give up on cheese for a month or two until your palate kind of forgets what cheese tastes like, and then start incorporating some of these plant-based vegan cheese substitutes in. Because if you just do an immediate swap, your body's gonna be like, bah, what is this? This isn't cheese. But if you wait a little bit to integrate it, then your body is much more like, oh yes, this is cheese, I love it. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, which isn't related to nachos, is called aquafaba. And aquafaba is a really great thing to use when you're baking in substitute of eggs. And aquafaba is actually just the liquid from a can of chickpeas. So a lot of vegan and plant-based recipes will call for chickpeas. You can make delicious hummus, a lot of other things with chickpeas, and all you need to do is strain off that liquid, and that will give you the same result as cooking with eggs. So you just do a simple, this much aquafaba would be this much egg, and then you can use that in your baking. I have also had some very delicious brownies using silken tofu. So there are plenty of things that you can do using tofu, and just some very simple swaps that you can make in the grocery store by exploring the plant-based and vegan sections of your store. I hope that you'll take some of these tips, and we'll hear some more from Sarah and Dayna. Thanks, everybody.
Hello, my name is Sarah. I am the Literacy and Volunteer Services Coordinator at Monterey County Free Libraries, and I am sharing, along with Alison and Dayna, my favorite plant-based foods. And not to be forgotten is the lowly white mushroom, which is excellent with rice, can be soaked with Worcestershire sauce and have quite a meaty flavor. In the fungi area is also the portobello, which is well known for its, quote, meatiness. They're also good stuffed, and they're a delicious substitute. I think the most close to meat is a dried mushroom. This is a porcini. You can soak these again in the Worcestershire sauce or vegetable broth or even just water, and they definitely have a consistency that's robust. My second favorite thing, or one of my other favorite things, is black beans, and I like to buy the ones in the bag. and you can snip the corner of the bag and squeeze it on like frosting, and it can go on anything. It's good on pizza, it's good in tacos, it's good really with anything. And so black beans are a great also source of protein anyway. And my most favorite that hangs from a tree is the avocado. And I am so obsessed with avocados that I buy the bag plus 2 to 4 individual large avocados, and I buy those quite green and eat from the bag first as the green ones ripen. Look for, when you're buying them, a smooth yet pebbly skin, and darker is more ripe, and there should be a little give at the end, but sometimes bringing them home after squeezing the end of them, the pear end, they are a little bruised. So that's why it's kind of good to go with the unripe and then wait for them to ripen at home. And so those are my meatless selections for this Self-Care Sunday. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Dayna. I'm the Buena Vista branch manager with Monterey County Free Libraries. And today I'm here to talk about 3 of my favorite things to use for vegan cooking. I have been vegan for quite a few years now, and what's made the cooking process so much more enjoyable is having good ingredients to use. So the first thing I'm going to talk about I found on Amazon. So this is called Fresh Jack's Tofu Scramble. And what's great about this is I was making tofu scrambles from scratch with a variety of spices, which is still great. It still tastes fantastic. It's just a lot more steps. And then I found this. So if you're somebody who's already vegan, or you just want to cut back on eggs, this is a really great vegan spice mix. It tastes very similar to eggs. And so what I like to do is I pan fry up some tofu, sprinkle this on top, give it a couple stirs, and voila, you have your very own tofu scramble. So this is fantastic if you like to make any type of scramble. So that's my first vegan cooking must-have. Now the next one is a great way for vegans to get their B12. It is nutritional yeast. I cook a lot with nutritional yeast. It is great for trying to make cheese dips or macaroni and cheese. It does have kind of a nutty, cheesy flavor. It looks like little flakes. And you can get a big bag like this on Amazon. Target also carries it, Safeway. So nutritional yeast is pretty easy to find. So that's my second cooking must-have. And last but certainly not least, raw cashews. For me, raw cashews have made a huge difference for me for vegan cooking. I can make a lot of different sauces with this. One of my favorite things to cook is vegan mac and cheese. And when you pair these two together, so your nutritional yeast and your raw cashews, along with some other spices and lemon juice, when you put these two together and you blend them, they do make a really great cheesy tasting sauce, which is perfect for a vegan mac and cheese. So these are my 3 top picks. Vegan cooking for me in the beginning was a little bit daunting, but once you find the right products and the right recipes and the right ingredients, vegan cooking is a lot of fun and it can taste super yummy, especially when you have stuff like the scramble mix, some fantastic nutritional yeast, and of course, raw cashews. Thanks everybody. Happy cooking. Take care.